well pleased. It's a happy dressing room at the moment, so like we're well pleased with where it's at. And there is a bit of momentum, but at the same time, it's a quick turnaround. And look, we'll deal with that after tomorrow.
From an outside point of view, watching that game, it was a terrific game of football too. Did you enjoy it from the sideline yourself?
It was difficult at times, but look, to be fair to the lads, they're a resilient bunch. They've shown tons of character this year. And faced adversity, right, took a full on, and that's what we saw outside there today.
You converted your goal chances. They had goal chances, especially first half, and they didn't convert. So that's the real difference in that game, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think I counted about 4 or 5 opportunities they had in the first half. We weren't happy with that aspect of it, but at the same time, that's part of the new game. There will be goal chances. I thought Josh did well in goals, in fairness to the lad. But as I said, we dug deep and we got pivotal scores at pivotal times. They went up, got a score. We got a bigger score when we turned around. So, and I think that was the difference.
Nearly went to extra time though. They had that one little opportunity at the end, which could have got a 2-pointer. That would have been a bit heartbreaking, wouldn't it?
My heart could have told you that one at that stage. I'd say we'd be seeking the defibrillator. But look, to be fair, the boys worked hard. They kept pushing them out beyond that arc and keeping them further out from goals. And when the shot went, when they pulled the trigger, like you could see from where we were standing, it was going wide. So we're happy, and relief is what I would say at that stage.
Okay, Cork next week. Now, obviously, a step up on the Division 2 side. How do you see that?
As you say, John, look, it's a step up. We need to look at the bodies tomorrow, see how they are. Like that 72 or 3 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever it was fairly daunting. A lot of them were cramping up at stages. So look, we need to look at where the levels of fitness are. But look, there's quite a depth there. We'll face Cork with whatever team we can put out. But I'd be happy enough doing it.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Cheers, John.
Jimmy, well done. Can
Thanks,
you talk
mate.
to us about what it means to that dressing room there? Because for a lot of your core members of that squad, they've had a difficult couple of years. We know you went more than 2 years without a win, but to win a national trophy in Croke Park is nothing to be sniffed at.
Not at all. It's humongous for the boys inside there, some of them. You look at Killian Ryan, Tommy Childs, Ian Corbett. They were here in 22. I think in Billy's time in 2020, they went up, or they won it because they were top of the group. But to win silverware is momentous for them, to be fair. Absolutely thrilled for them. Obviously, Paul Maher is there as well. Like, there's a good few of them within the squad. Danny, Nasher, you know what I mean? Like, so there's, look, it's massive for these lads and the youngsters. Then, like winning silverware, it builds character. Do you know what I mean? Like, winning is a habit, and I suppose if we got to that habit, we had the losing habit. So let's try and get to the winning habit, I mean.
I suppose that also justifies the work that you're doing as well. It gives you a bit of a boost in terms of the direction that you're going as a whole squad and a whole team in the county there.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it's the team of coaches as well, Tommy. Look, I mean, they're absolutely excellent. Michal Cahill heads it up. There's Evan Talty, Paran and Ono Hagan. Like, the professionalism they bring to the table is second to none. Like, there's a training plan. It's what I would call slick, and that's what when we sat down to look at it after last year, that's what we set out to do. And I couldn't talk highly enough of the lads. And that goes to the medical side of it, like headed up by Stephen, Paddy Julian, Dan Quirk, and then into the stats boys. Like, it's interlinking the whole lot of the backroom team into one so that we can perform on the field, and it's beginning to, I suppose, work.
Well, converting the goal chances today were huge. You've been on an arduous enough league campaign between London and Ockram and Rathkeale. You've been playing all over the country, I suppose, in Division 4. What difference does Croke Park make, the pitch today? Did it make a difference to you in your game plan and how you fared today?
It doesn't. It's a big open field. Like, Mick Neville is the same size of it. So look, I suppose, but it's where people want to play, especially when you're in Division 4 and 3. The opportunities to play in Croke Park are slim. So every opportunity we get, we'll take. We'll hopefully be back again.
Yeah, you were saying you have to assess the bodies now for Cork. It is a tight turnaround. You'll be targeting, though, a result in that game.
I'm sure we'll when there's a habit, as I said, Tommy, you would love to keep going at it, like, break the habit. So we'll try and keep going.
Well done, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Jimmy, the defensive structure today, really impressive. Even Killian Ryan dropping back there. No, Wexford created 3 goal-scoring opportunities in the first half, but must be really pleased with how your side defended them.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, I think we've worked hard at it all year. It's a good aspect. You know, we've tried, but what we've been doing on the training ground, Paul, is going across into games. Albeit, you know, at times we'd wanted a bit sharper and I suppose to be quicker to doing it, but at the same time, look, it's beginning to work together. Like, and as I said, like the coaches keep working on it, and like you've got to look at the boys. Like they're absolutely phenomenal. They'll soak up as much information. Like these players are, in fairness, anything we've asked of them, they've done. Like huge credit goes to them. Like
Tommy Giles, the provider for 2 goals. They level the game. Emmett goes down, sets him up for that goal. Really impressive response.
yeah, absolutely. And look, as I said, they've shown lots of character. They've always dug deep, and that's what we were saying, to dig deep from the sideline. That's how we asked them, and they did. You know, and look, it's like everything. You can never ask any more of these lads. But like Tommy was out there, he was cramping up. I'd say with the last 7 or 8 minutes. At 63 minutes, I'd say he was cramping up, and he kept going. Like, I mean, that's testament to that man's character.
Jimmy, you mentioned the older lads in the team, the lads that have that vast experience. Some of the younger lads done their first year in your county football today. Cormac, Fiacre, Mark, especially in that first half, winning kickouts and stuff, like, you know, which maybe not where you want Mark to be winning ball maybe at times, but just a quick word on the lads, the younger lads.
Look, they're phenomenal. They're good characters. Like the lads have gelled well together. Like, I mean, the younger lads bring a bit of fun to the table as well. Like when you see him walking around there with his young fella Dylan, and then
about that. There's lovely moments.
absolutely, and then you see the likes of Kyle, Jamie, you know, the lads that were on and Emmett and all them interacting. Like, look, it's a good place to be. It has been for a long time. There's good fun and banter amongst the lads, but it's phenomenal experience for these younger lads, and hopefully, you know, that we can keep going and keep driving on. But like the lads from Father Casey's have really, like even Dermot Buckley coming back on, Rory O'Brien there. Like, I mean, you know, it's been hard picking that 26-man squad for today. You know, we took decisions, and you question yourselves at times, John. Like, but there's fundamental people there, you know, that look, they're second to none. Like, look, as I say, I can't talk highly enough of them.
Jimmy, there.